Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. Today, we're on the page of Wojciech Fijarczyk, our talismanic striker from last season, who, honestly, other than the start of the year in the Europa League, where he actually really was fantastic, particularly from set pieces, he's just not hit the ground running. We actually look down here, 15 league starts and only 2 goals and 2 assists. Last year, he got 18 league goals. Something's just not quite right with old Wojciech this season, and I'm not really sure why that is. And honestly, if we had more options at the moment because of injuries, I would probably have dropped him out and brought Hoxha in and put Zuba in his spot, because that's just it's just not happening for him this season, and I'm not entirely sure why. It's obviously a combined thing with all the other players, but yeah, it's just not going well for him. Hopefully he can rekindle some form in the latter part of the season. In today's episode of Where Has the Right Back Gone, the right back was busy studying the lawn cuttings for mould, or maybe he was looking for Molden. Speaking of which, he was in the under 17 England squad, I believe, old baghead Louis Molden. When translated into English, Wojciech Fijarczyk means Polish Messi. Ooh, not anymore, it doesn't. At the moment, I think it means Polish Bentner. As a second yellow card ultra, is that a thing? Okay, apparently that's a thing. I think a suit appearance is incoming. Get it dry cleaned and ready to go, as you will need it in the next month, I predict. A bold prediction. I assume that would have to be for a Polish Cup final, because I can't see us getting anywhere European glory anytime soon. Not with the way things are at the moment. Now, the World Cup has happened too, and I'm going to quickly dig into that as well, because France have won it, that much I do know, but the rest is up in the air. So, from the groups, England and Mali got through the World Cup, and Qatar were in the same group as England and got knocked out. Diddums. Croatia and Italy going through, France and the USA going through, Mexico and Holland, Belgium and Ghana. Oh, Germany didn't get out of the group. It's never happened before, has it? Portugal and Serbia coming through. New Zealand got there too, which is pretty cool. Argentina and Spain, of course. Iran there too. Brazil and Denmark going through. And then we move over to the second round, where England got through, Croatia got through, France, USA, Belgium, Portugal, Argentina and Spain. Quarterfinal, of course. England beat the USA in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. What world is this? France, of course, through Belgium and Portugal. So England, I presume, got knocked out in the semi-final phase. Yes, they were beaten 3-2 by Portugal. Oh dear. France beat Belgium, and of course that means that France beat Portugal 2-1 in the final in the third place playoff. England, we actually beat Belgium in the third place playoff. This is nothing like real life whatsoever. Right, games off camera have happened. There's been quite a few. I've made some changes, but not really to the tactic in any way. But you'll see what I mean. So, the badness continued. Away at Corona this time, 13th place Corona. We played really quite well in this game. However, Chmiel has been on an absolute mission this month to prove his haters wrong, to prove that he is a valuable member of the team, and I think he's bloody done it, but more on that in a minute. He gave us the lead after a minute in this game. Fijarczyk put the ball through to him. There was Chmiel. One of the ones he normally misses, slammed it home for 1-0. I thought, great, we've got something to build on. However, we conceded a penalty, or rather VAR conceded a penalty on our behalf, and they were able to equalise with that. They did have some chances later in the game, in fairness. Like, they didn't have a lot of shots, but they created some good quality opportunities, and the winless run continued. However, less than a week later, we played the exact same team in the Cup, and I made a tiny little change midway through this match, and it completely flipped this. Now, you might notice, of course, Fijarczyk did score a brace in this game, so fair play to him. He just cannot seem to score in the league. In the European Cup and in the Cups, he's brilliant, but league, not a chance. Yeah, so we went behind very, very annoyingly. The ball was just lumped down the pitch, and our defenders all just missed it as it bounced over them, and he was able to smash it home, and I was just head in hands at this point. We then did get level through Fijarczyk, which was just a godsend, but then they went back in front again in the 52nd minute, and again, players just not doing their jobs. And at that point, we actually got some enforced changes, in that Turchi was injured, and as a result, I had to bring Meisterek up into the defensive midfield and bring on, I think it was Konefal. Yeah, it was. And the game just flipped after that point. The game completely flipped. Chmiel got 3 assists and 2 goals in this match as we just blew them away after that point. I don't know how. He got a pair of goals. Fijarczyk grabbed another one. Zaborowski grabbed another one. We just smashed them for the second half of that match, basically, and thumped them 5-2 to get into the next round of the Cup, where we will play against Lechia's second team. And I think we could easily beat them, and that will give us a semi-final berth. So potentially there is a Polish Cup win on the cards, and your suit prediction might well come true, because all the big sides minus Lech are all out of the Cup already, which is really strange. But a massive win in the Cup at least is better than nothing, I suppose. And yeah, it brought us some kind of joy back, but then we got that Cup win before and it didn't do any bit of different. The difference this time is that I made a note of what we'd done in that second half. And what we'd done is bring Meisterek into the defensive midfield spot and then play Konefal at the back. Now, I don't think that was actually what fixed it for us. I think the key thing for us in this game, as you can see from where Meisterek comes off, and then, yeah, but they took the lead. Wonderful ball inside, and he just smashes it in the top corner. And again, it was head-in-hand stuff. However, Chmiel gave gave us an equaliser in this game, as you do. But in the second half is when things really started to pick up. I brought off Meisterek after 62 minutes because he just wasn't doing a good job. And I brought on Arkadiusz Gorka, who was back from injury. And that combination of things, having Konofel and Coyote at the back with Siratsky and Kokoschka on the sides with Gorka sitting in front, suddenly things just blew up. And that was when we really started to go. Darius Zuba scored the winner in the 65th minute before adding another in the 70th minute. And then Jan Peltz came off the bench to grab one on the break for us as we hit Pogon for 4. Suddenly we'd scored 9 goals in 2 matches. And I just think that having Gorka back in the team and a really solid defensive pairing of Konofel and Coyote made a huge difference to us. And it really, really changed the game for us. Coming from behind as well in 2 consecutive matches to get wins is massive. And then the same thing happened again against Wisła. This time it was a bit different. We got the penalty early on, which Arkadiusz Gorka was there to dispatch it for us and did a lovely job of it too. We then added a second one after Zaborowski was played into a good spot, after Chmiel cut it back to him, got himself yet another assist and a goal on the night for Slavomir Chmiel. He's just been banging them in this month. Absolutely outrageous. Goal and an assist in this game as well. The only downside though is there's a big injury to Zaborowski and he's going to miss at least 2 months. And that has left us very, very light in that right wing spot. And Zaborowski's been fantastic over the last few matches. He was man of the match in this game despite only playing half the match. That's how good he was. And another fantastic victory. 3 games in a row, 3 wins in a row. Suddenly it feels like we're back again. Coyote and Konofel again putting in stonkingly good performances. And then in our final game of the month, we did it again. We came from behind to win. That's 3 of our last 4 matches. We've fallen behind and dug deep to win. And again, it would have been frustrating as hell because it was our only shot on target. And Selma's strike, yeah, sure, it was fine and all that, but just so annoying to concede that. And this could have been the moment where everything fell out of us, but it didn't. In the second half, we pulled it back. Gorka scored a penalty to level things up, and then in the 89th minute, the ball was rolled back to Darius Zuba, and he smashed home the winner for us. We still had more time for, I think, Chmiel. Yeah, Chmiel got 2 assists again in this game to get Ziyech into a spot, and he made it 3-1, and wow, just 4 consecutive victories in all competitions, 3 in the league, and that is huge. And Chmiel, his record this year, I don't care what people say about him. He's got 10 goals and 12 assists this season. He has been absolutely phenomenal in places. Even his goal scoring stepped up. He's actually got more assists this year than he did last year. 7 goals and 4 assists so far this season. He's been amazing this period of matches. And as long as he keeps this up, the form is really with us right now. Other thing worth talking about is the fact that because the transfer window is open right now, there's been some ins and outs. And I've made some signings with some quite large money going around here. First things first, Mateusz Gora has left for like £40,000. He complained, handed in a transfer request, so I was like, well, you're off then, Sonny Jim. And unfortunately, it was also time to say goodbye to Mateusz Ługowiecki. He wasn't going to get in the team with some of the other players around, so he's gone for £23,000 to Arca. Lukasz Jankowski's joined us, a 6-foot-tall young centre-back. He's not great with the heading and whatnot, but again, he's just because of that high potential. He didn't cost us a lot of money, so I just brought them in. I'm just finding players like this, since it might be one of the last seasons I can. And there's a similar story from Krowiec, another youngster, this time from Cracovia. 5'11" this time, and I know that's quite short for a centre-back. But again, it was just that height. In fact, he doesn't actually look as good as my scouts reckoned he was, so we might have made a bit of a boo-boo on that one. But then this guy came through my scouting report. The first Argentinian to join us, the first of our South Americans, finally has arrived. I've been scouting South America. Now, I don't have that much information on them because I've only just turned the leagues on, and these guys are from last year's youth intake, so there's only a few teams actually produce players. He's coming from Huracan. This is Jonathan Giovagnoli, who is unbelievable. Now, he's 6'5", and you know I love a tall boy, and he's a right back. He's got okay crossing and dribbling. He's good heading, obviously. Jumping reach is phenomenal. He's not exactly super slow either. Good tackling, good positioning. He's determined. He's got great bravery. He's aggressive. There's a lot of things I like about this guy. He won't be able to play today because he's on international duty. 625,000 I think he's cost us, but I think this guy, and he's on £2,000 a week, which is a lot, I grant you, but I just thought the opportunity to bring someone like this in is a big moment. We've got to start using those markets now that we're going to have them available for us, and I think our transfers are going to get very spicy in the coming seasons, and I can't wait. So you can see we're 4 points above Swansk now, 7 points above Górnik, and most importantly 11 points with a game in hand above Lechia, against Legia, who have really pulled themselves back up, but that's a long way off of 6th spot now. I think we're in a really good spot for European football again next year, but I'm really hoping that we can put on a one hell of a second half of the season and sneak into second. That's my aim. As for the lineup, I don't know if we can really bring Fiarczyk out. I don't think it's a sensible idea unless we bring Zuba there and put Kuharski in this role. Hoxha still isn't fit yet. He's had so many injuries. Every time he comes back, he gets injured again. The other change I had made was I put Todorov in instead of Zavchukrai, because Zav just hasn't had the season that he would have wanted. And you can see that Todorov, 6.96, whereas Zavchukrai down on 6.88. And, well, Todorov he's a key pass machine at the moment. Janowski's looking like he might go out on loan as well for the rest of the season, just to get him some football. So that's probably what we're going to go with again. Oh, God, I wish I could pay Giovannioli. But then again, Siraski's pretty good. So that's probably what we're going to go with for today. Let's just sort the bench. So we're going to go with, on the bench, Peltsi, Denza, Fijarczyk. Oh my God, it's weird to see him on the bench. Michalski, Majsterek, Turci, and of course, Bochenek. It's weird to see Fijarczyk dropped out, but I just think that his performances lately have not warranted him being in the team when you compare what Dariusz Zuba has done for us this season. Just quickly checking out Zuba, he's got 5 goals in the league and an assist. Today, particularly against a team like Lech, I think it's definitely more about trying to keep this game nice and tight for the early stages. I mean, if we do start to dominate, and they let us, then maybe we'll switch to that. But I think it's going to be a tough ask. They got 2-0 up against us earlier this year, and we're very unfortunate to draw that match at all. Uh-oh. Somebody get a tackling? No! Oh, come on! These are the types of goals that we're conceding over this period, and we're having to flip the game on them. Like, these long ranges where... oh my God, I can't believe that's gone in. Too many of these lately. Every single match has had a goal like this in it, virtually. Like, we do really well here. He wins the tackle, it rolls straight into his path, and he's just hit it. Oh, for God's sake. I think of the last 4 goals we've conceded, I think 3 of them have been long ranges. Anything we can come up with is a big deal for us, but that's a bit of misfortune there. The tackle was good, and it just rolled straight into his bloody path. And then he's got to still score a long shot on the end of it. Zayats, in for the injured Zaborowski. Zuba, here we go, Metacross. He's got to find one of them, he does. Kucharski, yes! Kucharski, Dariusz Kucharski, instant equaliser. Dariusz Zuba getting the assist, and we are level at home to Lech. That is good stuff. This is really nice work from Zayats here to win it initially. But then to find Zuba with a lovely little ball, he draws all the players to him, and he's able to just drop this. There's 4 players there with him, and Kucharski, 5th goal of the season for him as well. He's not scored for a while because of injury. It's 1-1 here, and we're back level. Come on. Amaral, great tackle. What a tackle that is from Todorov. Todorov is also a much better defensive player than Zavchikrai. He wins more tackles than he does. Zuba's through. Blocked. Chmiel. Oh, God, if he squares that, there's a chance there. We're really flying now. We're actually looking pretty good. The possession is absolutely nowhere to be seen from us today. And, oh, come on! Oh, what the hell are we supposed to do? I'm losing the will to live with this crap. That's 4 of the last 5 goals that we've conceded have just been stuff like this, where they're just lobbing them from... like, what the hell are you supposed to do about that? They've only had 3 shots, they've all been from range, which is kind of what we need to do now. I can't believe we've conceded 2 of them today. Kucharski, Siratsky now. Come on, let's fight fire with fire here. Oh, Todorov. Chmiel! Saved again. Oh, Cerner. I'm not even going to respond to that. This is ridiculous. Literally, this is absurd. What the fuck? Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know how that's even happened. But there you go. We're 3-1 down at half time to 2 long-range strikes and that bloody free kick deflected nonsense. Oh my God. Okay. I don't really know what to do right now because we're actually playing all right. That's the problem here. But look at the possession. Good block. Zayats, get that ball up the pitch. Let's go. Let's have a bit of a breakaway on them. Zuba, lovely ball. Chmiel, he's in a good position here. Can he finish? No, he can't. No, he can't. Like, I can't really criticise him that much because he has been excellent over this month. But these are the sort of chances. Like, look at us compared to them today. And how on earth are we not at least level in this match? I'd be lying if I said it wasn't infuriating when you get games like this. Particularly when it's you're doing really well against... Oh, that's a great ball out from Neugebauer. He's completely taken their defence out of the game. Ziratsky, can he slip one through for someone? He does. Chmiel! Yes! Goal back. Slavomir Chmiel. He's had a couple of cracks at it today, but he has come up with the goods. He's scored the goal. It's 3-2. Let's keep on going here. We've been the better team on the night here, comfortably. We've just been so unfortunate. Ziratsky is fantastic here. He's getting a few more of these. Lovely pick out as well. And Chmiel, first time strike. What a hit that is. Maybe he doesn't want the time to think. He just needs to be instinctive about it. And I feel like if we were to somehow drag a draw out of this, we would bloody deserve it too. Oh, no. I give up. I actually give up. I don't believe it's happened 3 times in one match. The initial one comes back and then oh, because the keeper's on the ground. What is going on in this game? That might be the most ridiculous 4 goals I've ever seen scored in one match by one team. Crazy stuff. Zuba fires it across for Chmiel. He's through again, and he nearly... We should be... Look at this! Well, Polonia 2, Lech Poznan 4. It's hard to even really find fault with the players there, because... Yeah, we actually played really well for a lot of that match. That probably should have been 2-0, but there you go. It's 4-2 to Lech Poznan. We've been beaten by them. They've certainly come back and mugged us, that's for sure. There you go, I suppose. Okay, so next episode is going to be... We're going to get in the championship group. That much we kind of already know. What I might actually do is come back and do the Legia game instead, because it's been more fun than just doing a random one. It might as well do the derby match while we're here. So yeah, we're going to come back and do that, and then we'll jump straight into the championship group for the next episode after that. If you've enjoyed this, I don't know what happened in that match. If you've enjoyed the Schadenfreude of it, perhaps, drop a like on the video. That'd be awesome. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe too. That'd be great. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the derby. I've got to get this out of my system. I'm going to go and run a 5K or something to calm down. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.